Ugh. Kind of want some lemonade. You got enough water? Let me see how much water you got in there. You don't got any water. That's good you're drinking it though. And it hasn't been that long since I filled it up. There's some more. I think I want lemonade, some blueberry lemonade. Oh, I hate daylight savings time. It needs to stop. Oh. I already pants. I'm gonna do a talk. I said, you always talk. You always run in there. Good boy. How you doing, Samia? Good boy, my little old guy. You're my little old guy. I said, Mom, I guess I'm the old man. Good boy. Good boy. He's feeling better. He was all haunchy in the back end, like he pulled a muscle or something back there. He's old man. He said, Mom, 2010, August 24th, Mom, I'm 10. I saw Luigi passed away. He was a dog that I met in Omaha when I had adopted, when I was real active in the Beagle Basset Rescue of the Heartland. And he was a big, floppy, long-haired, drooly, I can't remember what kind of dog. I'd have to look it up, but it's the only dog that I ever saw that Benny really did not like. Because Benny's always been an easy-go-lucky guy, but he saw Luigi and he just would just roar. He just did no. And then there was another one at the play date Sunday play dates I used to take him to. Excuse me. And he didn't like him either, so maybe it was the breed he had beef with. Hard telling. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heoka empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I did not have any, today was so weird. I was so energetically tapped, and there was like one time, I don't know. It was just a weird day. I'm just glad it's almost over. Go to sleep. Start over again tomorrow. I just don't understand people. You know what? I don't understand. Sometimes I don't get. I got a bunch of messages today from my old landlord. You know, now she's having to deal with what it feels like to have to deal with all those cats and stuff over there, and she doesn't like it, and she still wants me to help her, and I'm just like, but the thing of it is she gets into fear, and then I get these like nasty messages, right? She's really freaking rude, and and it's everything in me just to not freaking snap at her, you know. I'm trying to live my life different and be a different person, and that's how I've just responded in my life previously, so I'm trying to do things different. But I'm just like, I don't even know. I mean, I already ate my $1,200, the deposit and the security deposit and the last month's rent, because I didn't get my last month's rent there. It's just unbelievable what people expect me to do to help make their lives easier without doing jack shit for me. It's bizarre. And the whole world is like that. I think it's funny that Airbnbs are freaking losing their hat now. That's the thing, man. Everything that ever exists, if it gets big enough to be important, you know, it'll get big, but then one day it'll be obsolete. Everything becomes obsolete. It could take centuries, decades, days, minutes, but everything has its shelf life, you know. And I always thought it was funny that people put so much faith in technology. Are people seeing how lame technology is? Like, and more, I know more people don't use it than do, because I live in New Mexico, and there's like 2.1 million people supposedly in this whole state. Supposedly, I don't know. I live in Taos, and there's but I always figured they lie about the numbers. They lie about everything else, and what, they're oh so ambitious that the heads and leads of state are just going to go around and do a head count as to see how... No. And the way data is, the way it replicates, and then they roll it back, and then it replicates... It's just, no, it's all convoluted. No. 6-7 billion people on this planet. No way. And if there's going to be a lot. Those numbers are going to go way down here next couple years anyway, so love them while you got them. Ooh, that's taut. That you just feel back here. I like that. So, technology. Yeah, so where I live, I know all these old farmers and stuff like that, they are not using the internet. They're not. There's a lot of people and there's a lot of poor people around here, and they're not using technologies, you know? And you can't conduct business, you can't conduct important things on your mobile device. So either people are going to have to start answering the phones again and actually doing work, or there's going to be a lot more bigger issues. I mean, there's already people that don't get what they need because people don't answer the phone, and nobody's there to do anything. I just read an article a little while ago about Dollar General, and this guy putting up he's trying to tell the CEOs, why don't the CEOs come out there and help undo boxes, right? What are they too important? Are they too important for that? You know? I mean, that's why they're freaking richer than God. So why don't they come out and empty their boxes in their stores and help out their and stuff like that? But, you know. See, that's another reason why things are just all imploding. It's the telephone game. It's the people, it's the employees, it's the people that do the work and that draw in the revenue. And then there's the people at top with crazy ideas, and they want to frickin' put people through the ringer and make it harder and difficult for them to do their already crappy job. My first taste of Corp America was when Chevy's got bought out by PepsiCo, and we had this D-bag general manager, Andrew, that came in, and he just sucked. He was just a plastic fraternity boy, human being, dime a dozen, but wouldn't be where he was if he wasn't born into the family that he was. You know what I mean? It's just, there's just, I don't, you can call it whatever the circumstances are. There are people, and it doesn't matter the color of their skin, doesn't matter their economic background. A lot of these things don't matter, but the deck is still stacked in a lot of ways. We do not live in an organic universe. And as we're going to see tomorrow, I hate freaking days like tomorrow. It's such bullshit because it's like a freaking 3D wonderland, These people still buy into the freaking bullshit, it's all corrupt, man. It's all corrupt. I just think it is one of the funniest things ever to hear people say, oh, my brother used to say that. We'll just vote for the lesser of the two evils. And I'm like, I'm still voting for evil. That's the thing, is people have wanted me to be a part of systems my whole life and endorse and co-sign their shit when it's just been crap, self-serving to them, and non-affecting for the collective. And now tomorrow it's going to be more of that. And how many resources have been freaking sopped up into a bunch of people that nobody wants. Where I live, I don't want either of those people governor. The freaking weatherman and the crotch grabber. I mean, she had to freaking pay out a bunch of money too for being too handsy with the young man at a party. I mean, they're all fucking, they all go around, do what they want, and they don't do anything good for anybody else. It's all a pony show. I'm sick of it. And then if I do go slumming through Facebook, well, I don't follow very many people. I don't say, but how many? You got your little sticker? I got my sticker, though. I got my sticker. I think it's so stupid. It is. If I'm not careful, it'll infuriate me. The fact that for 2 years they made me wear a fucking mask for other people's just that self-sanctimonious bullshit, right? Because I didn't have a choice in the matter, and then now all of a sudden it's my body, my choice. Well, all sides, politics. They're all a bunch of scumbags. None of them are good people. None of them have any practical skills. They're all a bunch of freaking book reading, freaking lip blabbing bureaucrats. They make up their own rules, their own freaking way of living, and be damned everybody else. And the cracks of society are getting wider, and I keep waiting for people to stand up for themselves, and they're just not. It doesn't matter. I'm pretty much done with society. I am. I'm just going to sit back, in our little quiet place up tucked away in northern New Mexico and just watch the world just piss all over itself like it's done. And it's going to continue to do, because the false narrative of freaking economics matters more than the condition of the human spirit. So, because of that, just keep watching things get worse and worse, and people treating each other more and more ugly, and then they put the stuff in the media that just nobody cares about. It just dumbs down society every day, the headlines. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. How you doing today, Ma? You're doing good. It's been a nice day. We went and we washed hair yesterday, and we also got the freaking man. See, and that's a pain in the ass, man, because they don't have. And I just found out power of attorney doesn't matter for a lot of things. Because I don't have any. I mean, Mom and I are roommates. I just look out for her and stuff like that. I don't got no legal, nothing. So when we move. And let me tell you how fun it is to verify identity with somebody that hasn't known what day it is for 15 years. But systems aren't made. You can't video chat with us because that would be too easy. It's no, come down to there's no office. I think the closest office is in Santa Fe. And, I mean, it's like, it's a nightmare. The system is so broken, and people are fixed on the wrong parts of it. They still care about the pony show. And hey, and that's fine. You keep living your lives like that, because everybody's going to have their chance one day to find out that it's all crap, and that how it's not going to serve you. Whether it's politics, technology, the people you thought you were friends, It depends on what your life lessons are, though. I am really trying to speak in general terms, but I do all often I got to remember that everybody has their own path and everybody has their life lessons. So it's what you do with it, I see people, and they just have these lives that are just unscathed, and they're just like, and I once heard, I think it was Dolores Cannon on one of her talks or something, somebody had said, well, those people, they're the ones that like saved a village in a past life or something. Like they did something big where like a lot of people were impacted. That's like some good karma. But they said at the same time, people need to remember, you got all that good karma, you're supposed to be paying that forward. You're not just supposed to let it all fall and sit in your lap. And that's the part that people aren't getting. So they're which in turns creates the negative karma, because you're being a selfish, stingy freaking pig. But oh well. I mean, what are you gonna do? So we're trying to kind of get a pattern around here. Still haven't gotten to bed yet. It's just so pretty here. It's so pretty. It's like I go out in the morning and I just say, thank you, God, before the sun comes up. And then when the sun goes down, it's so pretty here. The lighting, and Mom just looks out the window, and then sometimes something extra pretty will happen. Will come up, and I'll bring her outside, and we'll walk around. And I'm excited for spring when it gets a little warmer. We can go out to the John Donne Bridge and walk across that. Look at stuff over there, huh, Ma? Yeah? That'll be real nice. Mom's going to be 72 at the end of this year, the end of this month. And I asked her what she wanted to do, and she wants to go on a picnic. So we might just go out in the front yard and have a picnic, so that way all the dogs can go too, huh, Ma? Yeah? That'd be good? I gotta be careful, because the neighbor has visitors that come over, and they like to bring their dogs, and then they tie the dogs up over in the corner of the yard. Today it was on the outside of the fence. And but the dogs get upset. So I have to try and finagle, and it's just different. This dog, though, I mean, I wasn't thinking dog park with this dog. It was a ginormous pit bull I'm like, no. Yeah, we're not gonna, because the other dog got mad at Benny the other day. It's a police dog. It's a German Shepherd. No, they were like meeting through the fence, and then they started barking at each other. And so we split. I don't think, because that's the thing, is because the other dog, the German Shepherd, has lived here, right? And now Benny's like, this is my yard. And the other dog's like, no, I've crapped in that yard for years. And so it's kind of creates a point of contention. So I don't know. German Shepherds make me nervous. I've been bitten by I've been bitten by so many dogs. I think it's like I meet people and I see people on the street, and I'm just like, I wonder if they've ever been bitten by a dog or like mauled by an animal. You know what I mean? Well, if like everybody's all connected and we're all supposed to be sharing experiences and stuff like that, right? Right? Everybody just like, I didn't get to share in all these great, wonderful, glorious stories that I got to hear people like talk about every time they came back from summer break to go to school or winter break or whatever, I mean, we were poor. We were so poor. We never got to do nothing, We didn't, except the 11 and a half hour Greyhound bus trip, to appease a fucking judge I've never even seen. It's that shit. It's the world being made up of that and just causing so much, suffering for people. And then later, I could never I'm like, why do people just go without? Why do people just not have things? And then later, when I was a part of the air farce, I was like, this is why people don't have two nickels to rub together, because all these assholes have it all. And they go around do whatever they want. And they just take the budgets, They They just make up a number and then say, this is what we need to make this happen. And then the government says, okay, this is what you need. Okay, here, we'll write the check. They could have used a lot less, especially all those military engagements we had no business being in, right? But not everybody serves the same God. And that's what a lot of people are waking up to realize too. Not everybody serves the same God. I just saw an article right before I started this talk. French cardinal says he abused a 14-year-old girl 35 years ago. 35 years ago, that scumbag did whatever he want, you know. And it's not just, they're like cockroaches. That's the thing. Perverts, they're like cockroaches. And I still hear people crack their little jokes about, I heard, who was it? That one chick. Candace Marie. She was, and they were cracking, and she was, oh, perverts are, well, it's okay. Just be a pervert, you know. It's just cute. It's not cute. And this is coming from a person, my hip pops, because I was raped when I was a 10-month-old baby. And I'm just a dime a dozen story too. You know, I'm just another person that has just been freaking, you know, physically accosted, and then your mind gets to tell you that you're not a throwaway human being for all the rest of your days. Yeah. Yeah, because people like me, we're not acknowledged. We're not acknowledged. People like me, no, because people like the Karens and the Brads of the world and all the love and light, you know, we're ignored because most people don't want to believe that people like me exist, that things like that don't happen. People don't do things. It's every day. It's all the time. I've been listening to these interviews. A couple channels. There's this other one, the White Belly or something like that. It's more black and white, but and it's just like one interview for like 30 minutes for different people, like prostitutes, junkies, all kinds of stuff like that, you know. And they just interview people with cool stories. And this one, I mean, and I've listened to a few of them, and it's a common thing for. I'm glad that didn't happen. I'm glad that, like, my terrible thing happened when I was 10 months old, and then when I was 4, 3, and then the rest was me witnessing, and then the abuse of others, physical, sexual, otherwise, wrong place at the wrong time. But there were people that I mean, you hear stories about them, and their parents are they're going out, their parents are dropping them off, and then the place, and they use their kids for tricks. You know, they use their kids for tricks. And I remember Jessica telling me a story about that, about going to hotel rooms with her mom when she was young, and potential. But see, that's the thing, is I don't know. But when you're in the world of drugs and alcohol, anything goes. People don't have boundaries. People don't have lists of things that they won't do because it's against their moral fiber. You add drugs and alcohol into the mix, that stuff goes out of the window. And depending on what the drugs are, and then you have like sleep deprivation on top of it, people get straight up freaking wicked. And that's what I'm hoping people wake up to, you know, to figure out what people are really, 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 really doing. And these aren't conspiracy. There's no conspiracy in freaking people getting dirty with kids. It's been prominent. It's been prevalent. It's been around. It's never not been around. And that's what's gross to me. And it's really hard to live in a freaking country where it's so condoned and so accepted and embraced that people don't even get in trouble for it. They don't. Or there's leniency. I'm still waiting for Max, whatever her name is, Epstein's freaking laggy, lapdog, whatever, the list. I'm waiting for more people to get in trouble. But so yeah, this guy's stepping down, but what a wonderful life that he had before. The move comes after a report issued last year revealed a large number of child sex. Oh, really? Within the French? Oh, it's in all the It's everywhere. It's all over the place. Put me, like people, put me in. I'll show you who. I can feel it. I can feel it. And other people can like me. So, you want to know who the people are? Put the people that have been around these people around them. We'll point them out of a crowd for you. Yep. I mean, it's easy to see. I mean, the gluttony. People don't have any self-restraint, any discipline. It's easy to see. It's easy for me to see. 35 years ago, when I was a priest, I behaved in a reprehensible way with a young girl aged 14. My behavior was inevitably caused by serious and lasting consequences for this person. Oh, he's 78. So 78 minus 35, 53. He was 53. She was 14. It's all right if they hang him from a tree. It's okay. It's okay. Don't let your kids see it. That's nothing kids should be seeing. But it's all right if that man hangs from a tree. It's okay. More should, as far as I'm concerned. People that mess with kids and harm animals and that stuff like that. Because that's the essence. These are the things that are closest to source God. The goodness. That's what they want to stifle, the goodness. They want to stifle the goodness. And they succeed in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways they succeeded. In the last couple years, especially. I just think about just like, I don't know, just droves of people just walking off a cliff. They told me to, so I'm going to go just jump off they told me to, so I'm just going to go walk off they told me to. They said everybody else was doing it, that I'm just going to go over here and walk off this cliff. So, I hope people start backing away from the cliff, start thinking about how they think things, believe in yourself. You are the recipient of the shadow on the cave. You get to see what part of the cave you want to look at. We get to change the algorithm of the cave with our perceptions and what we do every day consciously as a decision, whether I'm talking to me too, whether I go out and I'm yelling at people in traffic. I ain't being part in that moment. I ain't being a love and light. I'm not always love and light. And these are struggles that I have. I just don't want to die angry like my grandpa. Well, he died happy because he was drunk, but I don't want to die drunk, and I don't want to die angry. Some days I wonder. Some days I'm like, man, maybe I am a broken human being. I was reading stuff this morning, before Mom got up, about, another fake baby made. Rebel Wilson had her own fake baby. Oh, did you see the CFO? The Tyson's Food CFO got arrested for freaking waking up in some lady's bed. That happens all too much. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. They're going to start doing controlled burns in Northern California. I said careful with that. That's how the largest fire in the history of New Mexico started, because they had 2 controlled burns on a really windy day. It was just so stupid, and I hope they both got fired, but they probably didn't. I don't want to view that. There it is. This was Mom. Somebody sent me this. Oh, Ma. Wait a sec. This was the obituary for your adoptive granddad. I came across it. Robert Lee Yoakum. No, that's his son. Robert Stinson is his son. But Robert Lee Yoakum was born May 20th, 1883, and passed away in Portales October 22nd, 1936. I didn't know it was October 32nd. The last girl I liked, she was a Libra. That was her birthday. Obi Dog, or Nora, that was also, yeah. That was also the day that Luigi died, now that I think about it. October 22nd. Anyway. No, and it was such a shitty way. November 25th, which is my 1903, which is my niece's birthday, Mom's granddaughter. See, it's just, you can't make this is the organic side of life. That's what I like to share. So, he was united in marriage with Miss Mattie Stinson, and to this union were born 7 children, 6 of whom Carl, Miss Noreen Wallace, Miss Jessie Lee Hobbs Stinson, and Miss Lacey Fay of Portales, and Miss Della May Little of Brandy, Texas, together with his faithful wife, survive him. 1 brother, Alva Yoakum of Moore, Oklahoma. 2 half-brothers, W.H. and J.P. Hampton of Oklahoma City, are also left to mourn his going. All of the above were present at the funeral services conducted at the Methodist Church Saturday afternoon by the pastor, Reverend C. Frank York, assisted by Reverend Joe F. Grizzle. Mr. Yoakum was one of the pioneer citizens of New Mexico. Having homesteaded in the Dora community in 1906 for a number of years, his home has been in Portales, where he has been in business. He was a member of the church from which he was buried Saturday. He was in a car accident. The other story said that they were going to a livestock auction, and it was he and another, like a mom with her kid, and they were on the way back and they got in a car accident. The kid got decapitated. I can't remember what placement that is in, but that's just a lot. Anyway, that's what I was going to talk about, and then I got sidetracked. I was reading about, I don't think I'm going to be able to find it now. I'm going to try, though. Because I found out a couple things about myself today. That's why I like astrology, because sometimes I see things, because it's like everything's a sliding scale to me. And But sometimes I'll read something in a placement and I'll be like, okay, all right, that's cool. That's where that comes from. That's why I do that. And it was, I found it. Yeah. Something about my Lilith in Capricorn. Hard work is familiar to you. As you grow older, you can find yourself becoming more and more resentful of rules imposed upon you. Black Moon Lilith in Capricorn tends to rebel against structure. Taming this energy to get your work done is an important lesson in this placement. However, Lilith here also suggests that you don't really enjoy the results of your work. Deep down, that's true. The Capricorn Lilith is anxious about the loss and bad things happening if you have too much fun. That is absolutely true for me. Becoming emotionally independent, but at the same time being able to express love and intimacy is a core theme here. Lilith here asks you to find balance between independence and acknowledging vulnerability. Learning to let go is another important lesson. You can be afraid of showing your vulnerable... I don't think I'm really afraid to show my vulnerable side. Maybe. I don't know. This is often okay, but there was the other little nugget that I was like... This was like great. This I was like, oh great, that's just wonderful. Lilith in Capricorn can be an indicator of mental health problems, especially depression. Under the surface, this placement indicates a deep insecurity. Well, yeah, I think I've told almost 1,900 videos of things that have made me have given me bouts of insecurity, all of which I've overcome because I'm still going. And I don't think I've ever gotten... there was one period, there was one Christmas that I didn't... I think I was still in the Air Force. And I was like, I'm not getting out of... I'm just going to stay in bed for 3 days. And I still even went to a meeting, I think. I think it was... Yeah. But that's the thing is like... I don't like wallowing in my own shit. I don't like wallowing in... I don't like feeling bad. I don't understand. It's not a... So, and I learned from a very young age that if you feel bad and you get up and you do something, you'll feel better. Always. If you're cold, get up and move and you'll warm up. You know, movement has just been the answer for so many things, you know? And so... because of that, I don't let myself sit in my own crap for too long. People who have their Black Moon and Lilith Capricorn are often anxious about their own ability to make it in the world. Well, yeah, I don't even know how to have conversations with people. They are just like, oh, I see AI is already taken over. You know, I mean, it's... No. They're afraid of failure. I'm not. I got pretty good at failure. I can handle failure. Sometimes perceiving it as their personal shortcomings. They also tend to find changes threatening, and they don't like to be rushed. Well, who does? No, I shut down. That's all. That's that. A lot of that's trauma stuff for me. Like that's why I get so. That's why I got test anxiety so bad is because I'd get this test and they'd say, okay, if you don't pass this, you fail. Okay, so yeah, I guess when I was younger, I was a lot more afraid of failure when I was younger. Because I couldn't advance, or it was like and so I'd get the test, and because of all the trauma that I had when I was a kid, I don't know how many times I've disassociated You know? I mean, how does one know? If you've done it more, you know? And I lucid dream too, and the way I see spirituality and spirit things, then yeah, whoa. So I got this to keep me ground anchored on 3D land. It's also for Robin Williams too. So but he was in Popeye. Uh my brain shuts down. I can just leave. I can not pay attention. I can check out, right? And I stopped doing that. Cuz you can't really do that and be in the present moment too, you know. Be in the present moment too. So, I opted for the present moment. Yeah, when you get older, you got to stop doing the stuff that's not good for you. You got that if you want to have a decent quality life, you got to stop doing stuff that's going to cause you harm. You know? We all do. We all got to grow up sometime. We all do. And then they have all these, see, that's the thing, is they have all these different interpretations. I can't even tell you how many different interpretations this group said this was, and then this group said this. Lilith. Like here, Lilith is a female demonic figure in Jewish folklore, according to mythology. Not Eve was the first woman, but Lilith. That I knew, but demonic figure? Never heard that before. That's a new one. You need to go to the bathroom, Ma? No. Oh, okay. However, Adam was domineering. I mean, the rest of the story I heard. I knew. I mean, or, you know, there's variations of. But that first part? No, I didn't. Whatever. I mean, I guess it's what you do with it, right? Right? Guess it matters how you live your life. Like what you do. How you're creating. You know what kind of environment you're creating. I couldn't even believe it. I got... Oh my God, the message I got today. I couldn't even... I'm just like, what planet am I living on, man? There's just people that don't have filters. And then they say things, and then they forget that they say them. Oh, those are fun. Those are fun. See, anyway. So what should I make tomorrow, Ma? What's on the menu? What sounds good to you? Something light. Something light. That's what I got for now.